Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm Alex and this is Asher, and together we are Boy and a Dog. We just wanted to take this opportunity to introduce ourselves and tell you a little bit about our channel. I'm an artist and I've been a tattooer for over 16 years now. After traveling around the whole United States and tattooing from coast to coast, we decided that it was time for a big change. We've been living here in Colorado for quite a while. While we like it, I've just learned that there's lots of other things out there. Recently, we decided to go to Bangkok, and that's what this vlog is all about. Why, how, and the whole entire trip there. One of the main reasons I decided to go there was just the cultural and expansion spiritually. It's become a very difficult place to live in the United States over the past couple years. There's a lot of friction in society and just things that I don't necessarily agree with. So I thought it might be time to go somewhere where people are a bit more peaceful and kind and in line with the stuff that I believe as a human. Maybe it'll help me become a better one. I've tattooed and painted and sketched all over the state of Colorado, and doing so in Thailand with the amazing landscapes and temples and just everything that there is to see there is something that I cannot wait to experience. I think that the culture there, as well as the energy of living in a different city, it can really help bring me to the next level that I feel I need to be at. It could make my art better. One of the other big steps in my life recently was taking an executive role as an art director for a tequila brand. This was a huge step for me. I can take my graphic design to somewhere where I can expand my education as well as expand my artistic creativity. Also, here in Colorado, there's certain recreational activities. I originally came here to learn as much as I could about farming. So now, to be able to travel to a country like Thailand where they recently legalized certain green medicinal plants, it was an idea that was so fascinating to me. I can't wait to travel there and learn and see what it's like there in comparison to how it is here in Colorado. It's a very different climate. It's a very different place. So I can't wait to experience a community there that I enjoy being a part of here in the States. One of the major influencing factors in this decision, the cost of living. Things here in the United States have gone out of control over the past couple years. My cost of living is through the roof. After doing tons of research and learning about the low cost of living in Thailand mixed with the opportunity to live in some of the higher end buildings that they have available there, it immediately drew me in. Along with an affordable cost of living is affordable medical and pet care. Asher is one of the most important things in my life, as well as my own health. To know that some of the best hospitals and medical care in the world is accessible is very important to me, and it's also important for me to know that I can get the same care for Asher. Another part of it that I wish wasn't a part of it, but it is, the level of safety. I don't feel like America has become a very safe place to live anymore. I also don't think that it's a safe place for kids like it was when I was coming up. It would really give me a peace of mind that I don't know is available here. So what are some preparations we've made so far? Paperwork. Tons of paperwork. I gotta fill out this form. There's a lot of forms involved with taking an animal to Thailand. I've done tons of research on all the things necessary to get myself and Asher there safely. We'll be looking at condos, markets, work, and several other things throughout the city. It'll all be on the vlog here, so make sure you stay tuned for the trip out there, all of that stuff coming, and everything is very cool. Another more sad part of the preparation, although it is happy, I've had to part ways with some things in my life that I was rather fond of. I've been a glass collector for many years, and I sold off a good portion of my collection and continue to sell some things in order to put aside some money to help fund this trip. I've also decided to sell my BMW. I love my car, it's great, but just having the freedom from the payment and the ability to maybe buy a different car once I'm there and settled is just part of it. Things come, things go. You can't hold on too hard because the things you own will own you, and I don't want to be owned. Along with the research about pets is visas. There's a lot to do with visas and it's constantly changing. As I record this video, my plans for visa have already changed 2 times since I started preparing for this trip, and I'm sure it's going to change again before it's time to leave. The requirements for a pet to get back into the United States has also changed and will change again as stated by the CDC on their website before we go. I'll be making a video about all of that, so stay tuned if you have a dog and you are looking to relocate or go to Thailand. One major thing I found out that I had to look into is what types of flights flights will fly what types of dogs. As a brachiocephalic or short-nosed dog, Asher's not allowed to fly on certain airlines. Lucky for me, he's a service dog, so he'll come on any airplane with me regardless. And he'll get to stay with me in the cabin instead of going under the plane in a carrier. Not something I'd want to do to him. 22 hours of travel. What do we take? What do we buy there? That's another thing we have to consider. I'm not taking a lot over there because I've learned through all of the research that most everything we could need is going to be available there and probably at a better cost. It won't make sense for me to pay for multiple pieces of luggage. I'd rather bring one luggage there, fill up a second while I'm in Thailand, and then bring them both back. So we probably will go light and come back a little bit heavier. Asher, on the other hand, has some things that we travel with that I don't like to leave home without. One that he will have all the time is his heat shield. It's a vest that he wears that goes over his back that's thermal to hold the coolness into his body and reflect heat, as well as it has an ice pack on the inside. This does great for him when we're traveling in hotter climates. There is also times when he has to wear little booties if the ground is too hot from sitting in the sun for too long. Recently, we got a chest carrier that he straps into and I can pick him up and carry him on my chest like the little bit of baby that he is. See picture. We also travel with his life jacket. There's tons of beaches, boats, and everything in Thailand. And while I'm not sure how all that's going to work yet, we're going to find out and we're going to document it all for you guys, just so that you guys won't run into the problems that we run into while making these types of journeys, taking these types of trips around the country. If Thailand is something that you're interested in doing with a dog, stay tuned. We're going to be posting all about the different obstacles and things that we run into along the way. We've also had to start a little bit of training with Asher for the flight. It's a very long trip over there. 11 and a half hours, the longest stint of the travel from here to Seoul, and then Seoul to Bangkok. They don't have pet restrooms in the Seoul airport anymore, so Asher's having to learn to go on a pee pad. He does not like going anywhere but in the grass. So this is going to be very difficult, but I think we're going to be able to do it. Again, stick around to see how all that goes. And that's going to do it for us here. Comment down below some of the stuff that you think we should bring on the trip or places that we should go together and see what it's like. If you can, subscribe, like, it's free, it helps us out a ton, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Say goodbye to the world you thought you lived in, to the world you thought you lived in.